killing. This is mass madness, you maniacs. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are the illusion. So turn off your television sets. Turn them off now. Turn them off right now. Turn them off and leave them off. Turn them off right in the middle of the...
Then why did the government and military conduct secret experiments on the general public with projects like MK Ultra in the 50s and 60s?
But the idea at first was they looked at chemical means, telepathy, LSD, all of the psychoactive drugs to see what would happen. They also started to look at electromagnetic means, even as early as that, to manipulate behavior. Eventually, it came out on the President's Commission on the CIA activities with the United States that eventually showed that the CIA had been involved, and the FBI involved, and other agencies involved in mind control techniques being applied against American citizens without consent. And MK Ultra was a part of that.
And what about the FBI techniques used against David Koresh and the Branch Davidians at the standoff in Waco back in 1993?
And in what may be the weirdest turn of events so far, the loudspeakers also pumped out Tibetan monastery chants at steadily increasing volume aimed straight at Rockvan Koresh's sanctuary.
They were warned that this could heighten matters, and they decided to take the risk. And those loudspeakers that were on vehicles were actually also delivering other information.
Now we're talking about words and specific voices that people would recognize on a subliminal level that they would not consciously be aware of.
They tried a number of things. We know that they tried the sounds of killing rabbits and things of that nature that are supposed to be, intuitively abhorrent.
Noise that would affect you on a fear level, to create fear and anxiety. Really, though, when you think about it, is that really the right thing you wanted to do in that environment? Or did you want to bring people to calmness, to thinking more clearly, to being more analytical? What they did is they agitated the situation. They created an explosive situation. The results are now clear.
The simplistic stuff worked.
Then why has our government and military created Project HARP in Alaska?
HARP is the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Project. It was originally a joint effort of the Air Force and Navy. It's now run by DARPA. It's just dropped a little bit in terms of classification, but it has multiple possibilities and lots of effects. They just finished upgrading it from 48 antenna to 180. The thing about HARP is an instrument designed to do exactly what Persinger was talking about, which is this idea of modulating the ionosphere in a way that can be used for weapons applications. Why we're concerned about it is earth-penetrating tomography. And earth-penetrating tomography, in plain language or by analogy, would be like X-raying the Earth. It's not using X-rays, of course, but it's the same concept.
Predominantly has to do with communications because of our long-range communications. We use, bouncing the signal off and down.
What are the effects of bouncing a wave like that off of the ionosphere, do you think?
Probably very minimal. It probably goes up and mostly goes down.
It's like punching the ionosphere, and every punch of high frequency causes the ionosphere to vibrate in harmony. That converts the ionosphere from direct current to alternating current, and then it behaves as a giant broadcast antenna, pumping the signal back to the Earth in the ELF range.
According to the PSYOPS Mind War document mentioned earlier, the effects of ELF, or extremely low frequency waves on the human body, has been connected to both physiological disorders and emotional distortion. Infrasound vibration up to 20 Hz can subliminally influence brain activity, inclining an audience toward everything from alertness to passivity, and could be used in conjunction with media broadcast as well.
In the case of ELF, where you have these very low pulsed signals, you get what's called a frequency following response, an FFR in the literature, or brain entrainment is often referred to in that way. And this is where the brain actually locks onto these external signals, even these very, very subtle signals. It locks on and begins to mirror. And so the brain patterns fall into those patterns, which is a change in emotional state.
In the conspiracy arena, they talk about a whole host of effects. up to and including turning people into zombies or whole societies into zombies and all that. Again, the evidence against that is we haven't got any societies of zombies. Our GlobeTube is doing a pretty good job on that, by the way.
You know, when you talk about conspiratorialists, let's talk about the military and what their job is. Their job is to think of every horrible situation that could ever occur and then develop a plan around it. That's conspiracy theorist at the ultimate level, with billions and trillions of dollars to spend to figure it out.
When you manipulate people, it's anti-democratic. What you're really trying to do is you're trying to control people. People don't need to be controlled. They need to be able to make their own decisions.
Mass madness, you maniacs! In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are the illusion. So turn off your television sets. Turn them off now. Turn them off right now. Turn them off and leave them off. Turn them off right in the middle of the sentence.